What's up, everybody? It is Liger 0 Triple X, and today we are doing the continued adventures of Cynder Bahamut. And last we left off, we were about to face the Lord of the Hive, the one bug with the most, Ravana. Can I survive this encounter? Will I kill people? We will find out now. Come on, we only need one more tank. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of people been playing Tears of the Kingdom, and by God, the furry community has found a new daddy. That dragon goat person, I can't remember his name, but yeah, the furry community has a new daddy, and supposedly he has a sister, so technically a new mommy as well. But let's focus on this right now, and I'll be quiet to enjoy the music. And here we go.
To the song of ringing steel! Furious as a blaze!
Alright, time to play Dance. Uh-oh, get to the middle, get to the middle, get to the middle.
My blades!
And
Bleed! Willpower yield! Take wing, ye souls of war!
I don't remember if we're supposed to just outright kill these things.
yourself!
Okay, I got it off the
Rejoice
time.
in the glory of combat! Unyielding of the earth!
Get against the wall. Whew, just in case we had to do limit cut right there.
Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
Okay, you can't deny Ravana is one of those primals that no matter what, you can't really hate him. You cannot hate Ravana as a primal.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you. For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
But like I was saying, you can't be mad at Ravana as a primal. He is like, he's like another primal that we will face eventually. That is just one, you know, who will keep to his word no matter what. And just very battle, he might be battle hungry, but he's not one that's like actually evil. Never since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never from afar till this day. You were a marvel to behold, Cynder. Well, 'tis time we rejoin our companions. They will be eager to hear the tale and to continue our journey. Oh wait, I could just do this. I'm gonna feel stupid if it. No, okay, no, that, I was right. I have to just drive all the way over there. But yeah. A lot of things are happening, a lot of things going on. A lot of games coming out that actually look really good this year. We have the Avatar game that's going to be a first person that's going to let you play as a Navi. Uh, we have a couple of others that I've been looking into. Marathon. I still wonder if First Descent is coming out anytime soon for the consoles. Tower Fantasy Tower, or whatever it's called, is coming to console. But a lot of games seem to be doing quite well for themselves. Also looking forward to the Assassin's Creed Mirage coming out, seeing where that goes and where that takes the story. Cynder, Lady Yasta, thank the 12. Blah 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 blah. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Wrath never mentioned his name, and you are quite certain he will keep his word. There was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle. A miracle I must attribute to Cynder. Never did I doubt you, warrior light. Unlike some, you were gone so long that Massa hadn't I lost his wits of worry, fighting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. Astidian! Was that truly necessary? Not necessarily no, not truly necessary, but certainly true. Got him. What matters is the primal Spanish and our promise fulfilled. We shall return to Vietnam without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm. It's vulgar. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now. We must make every moment count. You are unkind, Extinian. For all his experience in infinite, Alphino is still but a boy. Can't double team by the women. Can't wait for losing. You should have seen the boyfriend. 'Tis so sight to behold. Tease him no more. Master Alphino is to be applauded for his sense of responsibility. Given his years, 'tis little wonder the burden weighs heavy upon his shoulders. 'Tis natural for him to feel concerned about his companions. She gets it. Mourn in passing. Alphino is keen to inform Vanat of Lord Ravana's defeat. Let's go. I think there is... Yep, I can just travel there. No. But yeah, so there are a lot of games coming out that I've been wanting. Diablo 4 is also looking up to being a good game. If for no other reason than the lore. Used to be the one to break the news. The victory was yours after all. Vanna will be pleased to hear Lord Ravana's defeat and of his pledge to recall his soldiers. Will the dragon now honor her word? That remains to be seen. Let's see. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-convinced contest with the Nar? No, we kicked his ass. Nay, my friend, we return in triumph. By Cynder's hand was the beastman's god, Lord Ravana, laid low. In his overconfidence, the Primus swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat. A promise we believe he will keep. The Gaff shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain then. How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thine promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals. Hie ye unto the deepest reaches of Morn, and there you shall find Halo. Wow, I didn't know Bungie was actually part of this game. The altar from which you may begin your ascent to the summit of Som Al. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cave shall I judge your party possessed of significant fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Vana. If memory serves, the Cave of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. I want to talk to you again. Okay. So you don't say anything else. But yeah, there's a lot of games coming out. Assassin's Creed Mirage is actually looking pretty good to me. Diablo looks really good. If I had the money, I would definitely be buying Diablo right now. And second floor, right? Yeah. I also want to pre-order that Navi game, the Avatar game, because that seems like going to be a good one. But I think I'm going to wait for a little bit longer before I commit to it. Because I want to make sure it's not going to be a one and done thing. Oh, while we're here, might as well get this. But, there's a lot of games coming out. Don't worry, we will try to balance all these games coming out because, God, the list is long. I also know that we should be getting an update to Warframe with the new Warframe coming out, and that's going to be a thing that I'm going to be streaming. Another thing that I've been thinking about is maybe, just maybe, I'll try to do the raid tier this time, since it is the final raid tier. But I probably won't be streaming it. I'll probably be recording it and placing it on my YouTube channel. So well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Samal's summit for thee and thy companions. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcome. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place, both where you the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, for 'tis certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vana. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it be bred further despair. Instinian? The way is open. Let us not tarry here. A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that awaits us? Tolman herself is said to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon fool enough to bear our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we come here to parley a peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Tis to save Isgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture, and 'tis for their sake that I go now to speak with Hisvalga. But I said nothing of Tomon. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as the Azul Dragoon. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Hisvalgar, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict where possible. What other choice do we have? Yay! Yay, duty! We sought to defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? A dragon lost to anger is beyond all control. This I've learned to my sorrow when I unleashed the horde upon Isgard. I feel the weight of Dragon's core pressing down upon me. Yeah. We're going into a piece. Oh, she can tank? Holy crap. I did not know she could tank. If she can tank, why the did she lose to Ravana? Yay, poison. She's a paladin. Or should I say, not paladin, but, gladiator. I'm not going to do the dick thing and be one of those healers that basically forces her to...
Away with you!
I also like doing it like this because I feel like I've seen these plants before, but where?
Focus. Release.
Oh,
Your
everybody.
guard is down.
Oh, we can't. Give me a second. This is the poison you can't remove.
Focus. Release. Focus. Release.
But yeah, okay. Please get them off me, please get them off me, please get them off me. And shields everybody. And now pop this. You still forgot to put on her job stone. Up and up we go. Where we stop, only God knows. I did come all this way to cut down overgrown. Nevertheless, I would see if your lad is suited to the task. Wow. Acid rain. There we go. Giant beam.
Focus. Release.
I don't know if I'm supposed to get eaten or not. Max melee. Oh no, don't be there. Here we go. And dead. We still got a long way to go. But yeah, so we have so many bangers coming out this year, and I'm a little upset that I won't be able to get some of them until they go on sale or something, because brand new games cost about $70.
Release!
No, you...
Shiva, aid me!
Uh-oh. Alfie, why were you standing in the puddle? But yeah, brand new games cost about $70. And that's just for the base game. That's just ridiculous. But yeah, like there are certain games I do want to see us get a chance to play. But besides that, I might be doing a playthrough of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I've always been a Ratchet and Clank fan. I've been a Ratchet and Clank fan since I was introduced to the series, and I just want to finish out the series because that's a game I do want to play, and I thought, hey, might as well stream it if I'm going to play it.
Know your folly.
Focus. Release!
That's not a fox, that's a bat.
Focus. Release!
And here we are with a dinosaur. Move left, move right, everybody do the dinosaur. It scares on like armor. I think I would not spare it from my land.
For the House of Levier! Away with you!
Your guard is down.
Oh, that's still sad.
Shiva, aid me!
Know your folly.
Yeah, without shield that would have hurt a lot more. But what did the actor say? We are not here for you to enjoy sport, Dragoon. Oh, that's the way we came in, so this is that way. I love the dynamic between these two. It's just like, we're not here for your crap, man. It's just like, oh my god, I love them. I'm so upset that, well, spoiler alerts, that she doesn't make it. Can I bring it? Yeah, I can. Now it's a party!
Focus. Release!
Know your folly.
But yes.
Focus. Release!
Your guard is down.
But yeah, there's a lot of things I want to play. I'm probably going to look into the demo for the Avatar. I beg you, let us have your words fall on deaf ears. Whoa, Alfie! Please stop standing in AoE, it hurts.
Shiva, aid me! Toman, consort of Nidhogg. As I thought, blind to reason like all the rest. If you would see our mission to conclusion, you know what must be done. Rage and rancor. Is there truly no other way? Now is the time, and abandon our mission. Don't be absurd.
Away with you!
Alphino, you switched from one circle to another. That was my fault, but still.
Know your folly.
Focus. Release!
Arrogant insects, be crushed beneath my might. The weight of my fury. Oh, sorry. Oh, God. The left wing of tragedy is shattering. Uh-oh.
For the House of Leveilleur! Focus. Release! Away with you!
I don't even know why I'm gonna get by that one. My beloved. And down the dragon goes. I take no pleasure in this. Y'all want to say anything? We're nearly there. Why did she refuse to run? Why didn't I? There was nothing you could have probably said or done that would have changed her mind, so I do not blame her for that one. That was completely Cynder. I am fine. Let us continue. Tis would seem Tomot was the last. I sense no other dragons nearby. What is happening? Nidhogg, he roars. He knows we are here then. His fury, it bleeds through the eye. Fear not, I am yet my own master. But that damn warm wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's home yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. Oh, Saint Siva, when will it end?
To the peak of Som Al, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years, they came.
The churning mist. Whew. That is very, very interesting. Very, very cool. Like, this never stops being interesting. Like, Square Enix knows how to make a skybox and just makes environments so beautiful that it's just mwah, chef's kiss. Ah, I feel the worm's anger. His lair is not far. Not far at all. We stand within the sacred homeland of dragons beneath the sky that is his Valgar's domain. Our quest is near to end, Cynder. We have reached it at last. The peak of some owl. 'Tis said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea. You know, I thought it cold in Corsons, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. But before we actually do that quest, gotta attune. This stone bears a striking resemblance to a chocobo. On closer examining, the stones appear to be a large horn. Perhaps if you were to blow into one of the holes, it would summon a chocobo, though it may be prudent to leave a rental fee just in case. I just blow into it and not leave anything. If I owe them money, they come find me. There. Alright. We're going to accept this quest, then I'm going to take at least a 5-minute break to get my stuff in order. We are going to take a 5-minute break after this, and then we're going to come back and continue. Beyond the clouds, Alphino ponders the means by which you might find his Valgar. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding his Valgar himself. Good King Mogomog, what manner of creature is that? Cynder, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? Aye. It was my understanding that they only dwelled within the Twelveswood. I certainly never expected to see one in the Churning Mist. If the Moogle does live here, however, we may know where his Valgar's lair makes its lair. Quickly, now, before we lose the creature completely. Ah, he's gone. Cynder, we must widen our search. Okay, now I'm gonna go get me some water, take a break. So, basically, do all the things, take your pets outside, let them go pee, poop, or run around in the yard until they pass out. But I'll be right back after this commercial break. I have returned. And I had food. Sorry, that took longer than I thought. Okay, we'll go check out each of the places because even though I know where to go, where could he have gone? I've heard tales of these Mughals, but 'tis the first time I've ever laid eyes on one. They are rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. Oh wait. A Mughal, did you say? I am unfamiliar with the breed, but I shall search for it one nonetheless. I see no evidence of this Mughal of yours. Are you certain it was a trick of the light? Mayhaps simple one of these strange plants sifting in a breeze. No, I know a Mughal when I see a Mughal. A Mughal is a Mughal and there's nothing else to be said about it. The air appears warped. You sense the concealing magics are at work. We did see a Mughal, did we not? Concealing magics. The nearby air seems warped. You sense the concealing magics are at work. Sure, a glimpse of him. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Mountaintop diplomacy. Atheno seems convinced that the Mughal holds the key to finding his Valgar. Confound it! Could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Mughals, I'm certain his Valgar would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragon, I can only identify Nidhogg with any clarity. We can wander the mist for days and not know if we were any close to his movement, and those days are we can't afford to. Or, well, we can. Shall we divide and folk? Lady Yosa, might I ask you question any dragons who you judge it safe to approach? I shall try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravarians in the area deaf to reason. What of you, Master Atheno? I have not yet given up on the Mughals. Cynder, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the mortal's kin in Twelfwood. After the business with Mugamog, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, in the hope that it may delay any action against Iskar. Thank you, Estinian. Come, Cynder, let us make haste for Gridania, and rendezvous. I am sorry. I fucked up words. At Nephiac's altar. But I neglected to tell you, there is an aetherite of ancient construct here, which should make the return during less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. Now, see, I was one step ahead of you, and I did it before. Let's go. Okay, but let's start to a scene. I sincerely hope you have taken Master Alphino's rights concerning the Aetherite. You would not wish to miss the sport if Nidha denies to visit us in your absence. Heck no, I don't want to miss it. Okay, I forget where that is, so that's Black Shroud. That's over there, so. How much is it? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Boom, baby. Oh, God. I sent word to the Elder Seer upon arriving in Gradania, and I'm pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us contact the 12 Wolves Moogle, it is she. We are expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the Conjurer Station at its entrance? Yes, I do. The Elder Seer awaits you. Pray, follow me. Yes. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less a relief to see you are safe and hail with my own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seer, we would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragon Song War. Speak on, friend. Blah 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 blah. I see. So you seek a means to contact these Moogles of the Churning Mess. Kupo! I say Kupo! Greetings, Kalakupo. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some food, kind E, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky, Kupo. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Dravania, and had hoped that you and your kin in the Twelvewood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kupo. But there are legends, are there not, which speaks of Moogles who dwell beyond the clouds? Indeed there are, Kupo. Long, long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah, yes, the tale of good King Moggle Mog. X is 10, the 12th. He is revered for holding fast to a rule of miraculous length that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more full aspects of the tale, it may very well be that Koopa's ancestors hailed from the churning mist. Given how long his kin has resided in the Twelveswood, it's perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphadone, such stories oft contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like the moguls of the churning mist tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeting is second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. Which is why I decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that. Master Kupalo, you will accompany us then? You just try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit that the thought of venturing outside the 12 worlds is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture, and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Grandavia. It's like everybody's eyes go like, shh! My lady, are you certain? How oft has our nation turned to the scions of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the warrior of light to risk her life to save our own? Full many a times I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer my aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is this not just? She's like, is this not just? It's like, you want to go against me? And everybody knows the one rule: don't fuck with the white mage. A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seedseer. We would be honored by your presence. Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedseer's guide on the journey back to Some Owl. It being a path I've already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seedseer personal guard to escort us. I hope they put on their job stones. See, this is like hitting on all my bad buttons. I don't mean like bad, because think about it, all it takes is one good strong wind, and if you're near an edge, and if you don't have all those aether currents, you ain't flying, my friend. I want to talk to her first. Ah, Cynder, you are returned. How fare you in Grade? Better than I hope. I hope. His Valgod's about place yet eludes me. Words. Time to speak to Estinian! Well met, Warrior Light. Nihad has not stirred, but he watches us, unblinking. Well, we were able to get the help, blah 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 blah. The Elder Cece herself answered your call. Then there is naught to do but wait. They are here, Cynder. Greetings, my friends. I am happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful. Devoid as the road was of Dravanians, 'tis foreseen the dragons have abandoned some owl for the journey miss. Elder Caesar, may I present to you Estinian, Sir Estinian, Isgard's Azuro Dragoon. 'Tis an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I've heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skills and courage. Friends, I feel like it's only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Mughals are all around us even as we speak, and I should imagine there are more than a little concern about the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. Mayhap we would be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. This should serve. They're hiding, of course, but there's so many of them, Koopa. I am Ka-I-Sena. My companions and I have braved the long road from the 12 Wood to share words with you. On this occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. Ooh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Mongol clan. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you. Greetings, I am Kupo, ambassador of the 12 Woods Mongols. A Mughal from the world below. Your hide is a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I need a moment here, Kupo. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well can I imagine your wariness. I am told that men have not walked here in nigh over 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them for their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions craved an audience with the great worm Hisvalgar, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to the war, you say? I trust you, Ka-I-Sena. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We hid because we smelled dragon blood. These skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hisvalga, many others crave the opposite. such as Nidhogg. Suffice it is to say, we are worried that the blizzards of your blood-splattering warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind and invite destruction into our happy home. Well, now just a moment, Chieftain. Cynder here may have dawdled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. She is the champion of the 12 Wood Mongols, and I've not hear her good name slandered. Now, Ambassador. Now let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall of course take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there is little room for trust to strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interest of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Malcolm. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. Tell me, in the world down below, do all your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. What is it? Koopa called you again? Cynder Bahamut. Cynder. Your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Monologue is taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Moghong, Mogmug, and Mogwin. These being the names of the 3 wise Moogles who will administer the momentary challenge that I have devised to measure your worth. I call them trials of the trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. And I don't really need anything, so I'm just taking the materia. Monka will test your trustworthiness with a trial. Hello, yes, I am Monkon, and foremost alchemist in Malcolm. If you must know, if your tummy's gloopy or your wings are droopy, I have a potion to fix that. Or I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes, go forth, mighty adventurer. Mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance to Elatom. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers, Kupo. Ow. Mogwin would test your trustworthiness with a trial. Mogwin's the name, and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Mogahome who could match my talent with a brush. Kupo, I know why you've come. Chieftain Moglin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness, but as I trust no one to create the art that will satisfy me, I must charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts on the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such clever, vibrant color is unmistakable, perchance cannot escape the notice of every Mongol and Mogul. Yes. Yes. You have the pleasure of speaking with Model Mug. I know, I know, I know. I am the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you have ever laid eyes upon, Kupo. It isn't easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Stravanians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adoration is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, madame, is this. Find the errant Archoris and slap some manners into them, Kupo. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. And my controller is dying. Alright, let's question these Mughals about their call for stone. Mogwins is missing his masterpiece, Kupo? Oh, you mean that painted smear of a mess of a pebble? I've not seen it recently, a fact of which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Maestro Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece? Kupo? Oh, happy day. If I am the swifter in finding it, I will soon have General Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo nuts just lying about to spend on such luxuries? I don't know much about this stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way to some owl summit for a time to time. Kupo? Maybe he left it up there. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Yes. Now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. The second part of your trial commences. Go, adventure, retrieve my masterpiece before some art-thieving admirer wipes the stone for himself. Music in Final Fantasy just hits different. Wait, did I pass it? Or is it inside? Hold on. No. Here. But yeah, so doing quests for the Mughals is not hard, but it's really nothing but a fetch quest. If I could fly, this would be no problem. Crap, I'm outside the circle now. Gotta love Skyriming up the walls. I'm not going to use that, but here we go. You were able to hum my dragonic devotees. Wonderful. You are as capable as I am. Oh, I forgot the voice. Oh, you are as capable as you were able to humble my Dravanian devotees. Wonderful. You are as capable as I am captivating. Kupo. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly. Their tongues lolling out and bellies rumbling. The Dragonians and their ilk have much to learn about accepting acts of admiration. Nope, can't go in there anywhere. It isn't for one of the visitors below. Are you searching for something? If so, just ask. I pride myself on being the second most well-informed Moogle here. What do you do here? Well, I'm in charge of guarding the entrance to Moogle home. If I see any malicious monsters get too close, or anything even slightly out of the ordinary, it's my duty to report straight to Chief Mongol of the Pommel Guard, Kupo. Of course, when something is amiss, a timely and detailed report is utmost important. So focus and knowledge are necessary to be an excellent guard. That's why next to Chief Mongol, I'm second and most well-informed Moogle in all of Mogelholm. Well, that's somewhat helpful. Where the heck is this? Like, it's right here. I don't know if it's above or below me. This tells you how much I have taken for granted actually knowing where this stuff is, and I am blind as a bat apparently. Did you have any trouble finding file stuff? I do need it quite urgently, you know. Oh yes, these are perfect, Koopa. Now I have the main ingredient for my pommel tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, miss? Did you ever feel your palms losing its bounce? Then I'm your Moogle Koopa. And this is for the 8th, right? Okay. Up. What does it mean, up? Does it mean we have to fly? No, it could mean we have to fly because some of these quests you don't get the thing quest for either I'm passing it and I'm just blind as a bat. I don't know where it is. Like, I'm standing here. I wonder. It almost... It's weird. I think this expansion is almost like 7 years old. Oh wait, I just remembered where it is. God, I feel stupid now. It is above us. I just forgot how to get there. You ever have that moment where your brain is like, yeah, remember this? And you're like, yeah. Well, no, where is it? Where is it? I know there's a way up. I'm just gotta remember which way it was. I feel so stupid right now. Okay, so I'm trying to remember. Like, I remember. And then my brain is now farting like nobody's business. Like, oh my god. I wanna say, where is it? Right. It's like, it's so, I need to turn up the brightness a little bit. And there's an ether current. When you feel stupid because you haven't been in an area in so long that you forget certain aspects to it. That's how I feel right now. When you take flying for granted. Because basically you can just see everything from a sky point of view and it's just like, oh, this is where I need to go. There it is. And there we go. God, I'm tired. Wait, did I go in the wrong? Goes past here. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been here. Do you have it? Is my masterpiece safe? There you go. Yes! This is my work. Is it not squish? I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, madame. As last I can exchange my art for those delicious, delectable Kupo nuts. Chief Moglin will hear of this. Baron Steed. Oh my god. This is why the Mongols You have completed the trials of trustworthiness. Return to Chief Moglin and await his judgment. Cynder, is what you insist calling yourself. You have completed the trials of trustworthiness, administered by the taskmasters Moghang, Mogbug, Mogwin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions, and I am decided, Kupo. Gather your friends before me now, so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. Yay, more talking. Are those trials over then? My tasks have been little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us, like pack chocobos, I shall demand compensation in Kupo nuts out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear the chief verdict. I'm saving Estidian for last, because he's going to be so pissed. Standing here in Mogholm, my thoughts turned inevitably to the legend of good King Mogomog the 12th, and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought him no more than a myth, a story for younglings that grew with the telling. But with every passing moment, I become more certain that we have discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager I am to hear what the chieftain has to say. What sorcery is this, that my heart stirs at mere fluffiness? Cynder! I was... No matter. What is it? Chief Moglin has made his decision? Well, let's not keep him waiting then. We've become such friends, Kupo. My Mogul cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chief Moglin has finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'd better flutter over and see him then. Estanian is always so pissed. How goes your trials, warrior of light? I myself been to chastise the local dragon population. Did not their chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Drakvanians? Such contradictions aside, our host seems entranced by the height of my leap. They compare me to Mog, a lance-wielding noble of Eld, who also favors such attacks. 'Tis meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could leap, much less a dragoon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Cynder. I like not this place. Man, what you gotta get the Moogles? The Moogles didn't do nothing to you, man. Why you gotta hate? God. Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those jury churns, and I'm just going to skip that part because it's just like, oh God. And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. The pain that I feel right now is immeasurable and can't be considered anything else besides that. And there it is. Yeah, I really want to skip this cutscene, but I'm not. Oh dear. Bring the horn. Bring the horn quickly. Oh, God. And straightening. Very possible, yes, but I wouldn't get my hopes up too high. The old worm isn't terribly fond of. Your concern is appreciated, but I'm certain that his will welcome our overtures. I thought soon we arrive at his lair. Come, we have squandered enough time already. I'm with him on this one. Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality, though we must soon take our leave. I pray that we may continue to nurture our thoughts of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Mog home, your home amongst the clouds. Thanks for the help, Kupo. I never doubt I would ever have found time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. It was chieftain has if the chieftain has spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chiefening, things would never have gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done, the horn is fixed, so all's well that ends well. Eh, Kupo? Malkon is ready to lead you out of Malcolm. But, I expect you eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? If not, Alphino is looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. To the best of my knowledge, we have all we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Seer and her Tim will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways, shall we? Alphino, Cynder, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Mughals might never have been revealed to us. 'Tis we who should be thankful, Elder Seer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would have never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And 'tis your present, words. The ultimately won us the trust. It may have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of Trovewood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to tell my King's Moguls back home. And so it is our home that we must return. Now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seatseer. We too must be on our way. His Valgar awaits. Warrior of light, pay attention closely to your companion. Surrounding beneath that stoic facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. Yeah, that much I know. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo? Then we are indeed ready to go. As Chieftain Moglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing his Valgar's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zina. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First thing, though, we need to make for Ash. Oh, and watch for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. And here we go, on the road again. Can't wait to be on the road again. Gonna kill some dragons, because that's what we do. But not out of hate. No, because they're just plain rude. Here we go, back on the road again. We just took out 2 dragons, and now we're back on the road again. Here's another dragon. Let's go. I just want to say that this like palace is just beautiful. And by God, I really wish we could go back in time just to see it in its heyday. This is us, part of the Great Worm's Hithauger domain. Nikon Med's minions would like nothing more than to burn it down to rubble, so I must always remain diligent to look to my lookout duties, Kupo. Let me grab this one right here, if I'm not stupid. And okay, nope, wait. There we go. Now to talk with everybody. Alfie, the histories make no reference to the existence of these ruins. Curious. Most curious. Do you see that sculpture to the south and west of here? I am all but certain it was carved in the likeness of Saint Cynder. Wait, to the west. Oh yeah, way over there. And then the Stingian. Never would I have believed there's so much land hid above the clouds. Dravania is not as I imagined it. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Waiting for the wind to change. Malgon seems fretful about the weather. We may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Hithauger invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you try blowing the horn now, I doubt he'll hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the winds die down. Lower Skylord. That implies a higher Skylord. Your name, Lower Skylord, implies there is one higher above you. Is this true? This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well, then. I believe a campfire is oil. Leave the gathering field to me. I acquire a keen nose for firewood during my time. Frozen wastes of cultivates. Clear our minds. This Master Alphino whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not clawed with deadly beasts? Follow him, Cynder, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal out of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. Do you see that sculpture to the west of here? I'm on. Okay, yeah, so it's basically the same thing. Okay. Excuse me. Whoops. Brain set off there for a minute. But yeah, I do love the story of Heaven's Ward. It's very compelling, very good. It's where I have to say the 14 action started to really pick up, where it really just started to go from 0 to 100, and it did not stop, and it has not stopped. Even with the end of the Light and Darkness saga, we're getting closer to FanFest, where we're going to see what 7.0 has in store for us. And I can't wait for that. I can't wait to see what all the new job classes are and all that. But let's focus on this right now. I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphino returns with the wood, we can set about see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looks like stew ingredients, ready for the fire. Few things compared to a simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Twitch did tell me you was on. I am sorry, Vivian. I thought my message got through. I guess it didn't. I'm going to have to see about that because I do have my message to let people know that when I go on, unless it reset and I have to reset it, but that's neither here nor there. Ah, so speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. "'Tis well you instructed me so patiently, then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to your store with a pile of damp leaves." I was born the pampered son of Soliton's dignitary, and alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of my own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions. We all we all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is that they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. 'Tis was only meeting Hisvalgar that I learned the hidden truth within our history. Were it not for the chance encounter, I would not have vowed to tear down the Holy See, and explodes the falsehoods of which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That's the truth. Has driven me to do terrible things, I cannot deny. But I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetrating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alfredo. At your age, I was but a fool, swinging a spear with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exalt him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragonsaw War begun, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I cannot say for certain that we will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hand resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Isgard survive will rest on me wielding that power, I will slay my Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hitsvalgar of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not, but I shall, Dragoon. Well, when's willing, we shall have our answer on the morrow. Let us sleep now, and face our fates with the rising of the sun. Okay, those who've played through this and who are watching this for the first time, there are spoilers, so yeah. Secondly, we don't have a primal. We have Susanoo, we have Tsukiyomi as primals, but we don't have Amaterasu. I want Amaterasu as a primal. We have to complete the Trinity. That was something that bothered me in Stormblood. That I know we haven't gotten there yet, and I'm talking about things like spoiler alert, but literally you get Tsukiyomi, which is the god or goddess of the moon, depending on who you ask. Then you have Amaterasu, goddess of the sun. And then you have Susanoo, their brother, god of the storms, god of valor, god of tempest, blah 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 blah. But we only ever see Tsukiyomi, Bunny Tsukiyomi, and Turtle Susanoo. We never see Amaterasu. And with the Wolf Beast Tribe, I thought we were actually going to see Amaterasu Okami or a variation of that. But no, we never got to see that Beast Tribe. It's primal. We never got to see where the Amaterasu came in from. So I'm really wondering, like, are we ever going to get lore concerning the Wolfen Beast Tribe and seeing if, oh yeah, we basically worshipped Amaterasu Okami or a variation of that. Come on, Yoshi P, give it up. I want to see that. I want to see Amaterasu in Final Fantasy XIV. Because I don't think there's an Amaterasu Primal. That would be an original Primal for 14. But that's my little mini rant on that. Because I was kind of hoping that we would get to see Amaterasu no Kami. Did I go the wrong way? Yes, I did. But we never got to see her, and I'm hoping maybe in 7.0 we get to see Amaterasu Okami or something like that, because we need to complete the Trinity here. Good things come in 3. And let me get this save the current while I'm here. I don't know if I'm alone in that. Maybe I am alone in the Amaterasu thing. Maybe I'm not. But we've pretty much seen, or at least heard about every, like, Beastman's, like, god or goddess. And yet we haven't seen the Wolfen's people goddess. And I'm going to say Tsukiyomi does belong to the Vieras. But I'm going to kind of leave that up to interpretation, maybe. Hey, for a trumpet that doesn't have any keys, that plays a pretty good song. Mortal, why do you disturb my solitude? His Valgar is fucking beautiful. No one can deny that.
Grace Velga.
Grace Valga. I say his Valga. Thou speak is the name of a creature that but awaited the release of a bliss. Leave me.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Racevelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth about your past, about Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
And here's where we learn something very important. So, people who have not seen this before, pay attention closely, because this is going to answer something. Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved spirit has descended from the heavens? I mean, that's the one thing I can say about Final Fantasy's Life or Death. Spirits of the dead actually stay where they're supposed to. Where everywhere else, oh, let me come back from the dead. No, let me come back from heaven to help you send this guy back to the dead. It is annoying. And the only ones who really escape death are the Ashians. And even then, it's just like, we now have ways to stop that. That's the secret of her heart undying to know.
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
And this is... Now, I wouldn't have came out with that. Gullible fool. The light but illuminated the past for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. Omniscience. Yeah, basically, it did not grant you the ability to do life or death things. That thou spirit hast the spirit thou hast summoned belonged not to Shiva, but 'tis a shade conjured by thine own fancy. In an age long past, my own kin were gullied like folly, beguiled by the Dark One's lies. They attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms, yet the divinity they call forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Such gods are not summoned, but created. Phantom spun by the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me.
This isn't a D2 raid. Nani? The D2 Ace. D2 raid. Don't you got content in Destiny to do? The only thing I have to do in Destiny Ace is the dungeon, and I need 3 people to do that because I'm not doing that solo and banging my head against a wall. I like what little brain cells I have left, Ace. I do not want them committing murder or suicide in that case. Was but thine dream of Siva. Thy soul has been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child. Well, best get to LFG or start messaging random people.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death, and thou wouldst speak to me of peace? I hate to say it, but Hraesvelgr is right. Humans, we talk about peace, we dream of peace, but we long and crave war. Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth. Then tell me, thou deservest forgiveness? 1,200 years ago, my beloved Siva sacrificed served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. 2 centuries of harmony was involved, during which time the elders learned much about us. Not least that the eyes of a great worm are a wellspring of his strength. It was out of the selfish desire to possess the strength that King Thorin then conspired to undo all that our peoples had achieved together. With the aid of his linked knights, that most noble of Eldians lured my brood sister, Ratatoska, into an ambush and took from her that which he craved. Fan would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the sting of linger of my bro sister's tattered corpse, defiled by Elgin allies. They had torn out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Yet that was not all, for from their bloody banquet the fiends had gathered strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now, I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Nighthawk was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies, hungry for vengeance. But through his slew, Thorin and some of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practiced savagery, they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such the truth holy seed will keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. 'Tis a song my kind shall never forget. So 10,000 years passed, and Isgard crumbled into dust.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, Why should I believe your version of events?
What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth of my kind. And Nidhogg meant for Thornton's people to suffer for this sin till the end of days. That which thou man imagines a war of extinction is but a punishment, a siege of the spirit. Thou hast not seen those who tire of the torment, those who abandon their own and side with dragonkind.
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Known that all the traitors Hoggy bear a trace of Tusker's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then, the seed lies within us.
Tis for this reason those who abandon their lord are rewarded with a dream, and thus are transformed to join the ranks of Nidhogg, ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one, through death or deflection, my brother shall account for all the betrayer's children.
Ye gods! I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight it till the bitter end, like thee, Dragoon. But struggle as thou must, thou youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reach 2 scores and 10, and Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Thou hast the right of it, Dragon Slayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thine quest?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Now that's just hot. Stubborn child. Thou thinkest immortal. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp. 'Tis a simple matter of thee to offer thine apology. Thou didst not perpetrate the crime. Despite thine visions, the deeds of history seem distant to thee. But to them, it was just like yesterday. For a worm such as Nidhogg, however, that history is yet a part of his present, as fresh as the blood that did gush from Ratatusker's wounds. How could he not be driven mad? It's only by calming embrace of Siva's soul that my own fury has not consumed me. But let us speak not more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. His Valgo was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I mislike what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children, and from the negation this humiliation. The hidden truths we have learned only serve to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the start. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. Oh wow, she looks like a Quincy. What false god is this Siva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? Iceheart's faith in the worm was misplaced, which leave us but one road to follow. Alphino is considering your party's next course of action.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
Suicide run! Where's Suicide
In close
Squad?
combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe. But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Welcome to life, my friend. The universe answers everything with either one or two things. Life or death. Light or darkness. The war eternal.
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed. Everything I thought I was.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call real quick. Don't you just love it when you get wrong, people get the wrong number and it's just like, hey, yo. And I did not attune to that. Ooh, I almost pulled a stupid. Can I just jump from here? Yes, I can. But we can't. Let me. Square, let me kill myself. I'm actually with Corey from Ness on this one. Let me jump off of high places. Let me kill myself in inventive ways. I mean, I could jump that gap. And if I miss, well, guess what? Game over. Oriolite died because of her own stupidity. We are almost at the 3-hour mark. We're gonna probably finish this last quest. And then I'm gonna call it. And since Ace wants Destiny 2 content and watching me do dungeons and things like that, I guess tomorrow, if I can get a group together or something like that, I'll do a recording. I'll record on place on my YouTube the dungeon, a couple of dungeon runs. So those runs and things will be on my YouTube channel, Eclipse Dragonoid. Ooh, acorn.
Is that it?
Aye, that would be the Eyrie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the Primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated. Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
And that's where we're gonna leave it off, guys. Next time we're here, we'll be doing this quest. New wins, old friends. So until next time, I been me, you been you, and guess what? This is bye bye.